sections as we go. And we are just starting with comfortable position of the feet and then rolling the shoulders, just inhale and exhale. All that can be fairly gentle, all be fairly gentle. If there's a few little creaks and cracks, then that's absolutely fine. And it's just the right shoulder, so the right shoulder roll. Good, inhale and exhale as we do that, lovely. Good, and then the left shoulder roll. You're just going to keep that going. Sorry, I didn't actually mute you there, did I? So just keep those little shoulder rolls going. You're really perfectly quiet there, but I better just mute you because it just means that the camera flicks round. So yeah, there we go. Good, that's it. And then just when you're ready, right shoulder and then left shoulder for me. Good. Hey Dawn, we've just started, so no rush. Good. And then do you remember with this one, if we can, we start to move the centre of the body as well. So we start to move the torso a little bit as well. And it's all really light. It's all really light. That's it. Good. And then just come to a pause there. That's it. And then bring the arms up for me. Give them a little shake down. So just starting to wake the body up. Yeah, just going to feel really good for Monday morning. We're going to go ahead with purpose. Yeah, we're going to get our jobs list and we're going to work through them. And we're going to do some other great things as well, aren't we? That's it. Good. That's it. And then just come to pause there. And then just with the right shoulder. So when you're ready, just your right shoulder rolling. And again, it's still light. It's nothing forced. Just some mobility into that shoulder. And then if you wanted, we start to bring up the elbow. So we get a little bit bigger circle. And again, you might not be adding that in on this side if it's particularly tight. And then when you're ready, add the full arm circle. And on this one, we are going to move the body as well. So inhaling and exhaling. See if we can just double check where the feet are. Have we got length through the spine? Looking good so far. Good. And then there's our last one just to recover and relax. Well done. Then same as the other side. So we start with a little shoulder roll. Good. Start with that shoulder roll. Again, ground the feet. And then maybe when we're ready, we start to pick up the elbow, starting to just warm up into that shoulder, the chest and the back. And then if you wanted, we can add the full arm circle. And again, we can let the body move with us, inhaling and exhaling as we go. Lovely. We'll do that one more time. Good. And then just bring the arms just to a pause. While we're there, we'll take ear to the shoulder on one side. Don't worry, if you come with me if you want to your left side. Good. And then same to the other side. So ear to shoulder on the opposite side. Really well done. Good, we'll do that one more time, taking your time again, so you can keep your shoulders still. So if you can peek yourself in at yourself in the camera, ear to shoulder, and then same to the other side. Well done. We come all the way back to the centre, and then our fingertips come in front. So the fingertips just together, and then that's the rounding through the upper back. So again, double check where the feet are for me. Have a quick peek. Double check both feet are facing forward. Then we've got the rounding through the back, haven't we? So we're trying to, yes, maybe tuck the chin, but maybe keep that same space between the ears and the shoulders if we can, rather than losing our neck position. So we're going to take a breath in and a breath out. And then on the inhale, we're going to bring the elbows back. And on the exhale, take the hands just a little bit further behind us. So we open across the chest, just very gently. We'll do that again. So inhale, and then as the fingertips come together, we can exhale into that rounded upper back. So a little bit of flexion. Good, inhale, and again as we exhale, can we open the chest? Just a little bit, just open those arms, maybe level with the shoulders, maybe a little bit further back. And one more time. So got that lovely rounding through the back. Good, and then we just start to open up into the chest. Our gaze is ahead today, and we're just reaching those arms wide. Now, as we bring the hands down, we'll interlace the fingers, draw the shoulder blades together, pull the elbows in, and then pull the hands a little bit away from the bottom. Good, then from here, we'll bend the knees. We'll tighten the tummy muscles just a little bit, so just become a little bit aware of that. And then lift the chest and see if we can lift our gaze. We might not do that. We might just look forward if it's better for the neck and shoulders. Good, inhale. And then as we exhale, we can lengthen the legs and release the arms. Well done. Just have a little movement around there. Lovely, good. And then from here in our standing position, we're going to look over one shoulder. Keep the shoulders absolutely still, the length through the spine, the feet grounded, and then look over the other shoulder. That's it, so we can inhale to the center, and we can exhale as we turn the head. We can inhale through to the central position, and exhale as we turn the head one more time. Good, and then we come back to our start position. Again, we take a bend of the knees. We'll nod our chin to chest, so we get that nice stretch through the back of the neck, maybe even pausing for an extra breath or so. And then when you're ready, your exhale starts to take you down towards the ground in our roll down. Inhale again, and then exhale, see if we can carry on rolling down. Now again, we might have that really good knee bend. We might have a straighter leg position, but whatever we're doing, ideally our hips are right over our ankles rather than you pushing your bottom back. Good, when you're ready, start to come up on the inhale from wherever you are, and then our exhale, again, we might send the tailbone down to the ground and gradually start to unwind and unravel the spine. Lovely, we're going to do that just one more time. So come back to standing. Yeah, notice that, maybe carrying yourself through the day with that sense of length through the spine. And then we'll go again with a nod of the chin to chest, inhaling. So this is our spine mobility. If you firm up the thighs, notice what happens. We can move the spine quite freely. So if we just tighten the thighs and the buttocks, we can move quite freely over the legs. Doing really well. Let the head hang, let the neck release. Lovely, looking good so far, gang. Again, some of us are going to have a really good knee bend, and that's perfect, isn't it? For allowing our back to move well. Inhaling, and then see if we can send the tailbone towards the ground and gradually start to uncurl, unfurl the spine, slowly back to our standing position. Really well done. Now the left hand's on the thigh, just one each side, reach up in our lovely side stretch. That's it, so enjoy that. Think of the lengthening up and over, so don't just throw yourself over, reach up and over. Inhale and exhale, so now we'll use our right hand as support, left arm comes up, we can relax the shoulder, and again, stuck between those two panes of glass, so in that really lovely lateral position. Just watch this top shoulder as well. I can see that hiking up. Doesn't matter too much, but if we can, that's great. Good, then inhale and exhale, lovely. Good, and then bring the fingertips together in front. We've been working in this kind of modified position for the spine twist. So feet again in hip width, inhale center, hips facing your camera, and exhale as you rotate round towards your right side. Good, inhale, come back to the central position, ground the feet, now soften the shoulders and then twist to our left side, well done. Now you can keep your gaze forward if it feels better for your neck, or you're rotating with the head turning as well. I'm liking this, gang, I'm liking this. Stay nice and upright for me. So if you plant the feet down and come back to maybe a little bit of awareness of our thighs, it keeps the pelvis nice and still, doesn't it? So we can move around the waist and the middle back. No pain, I don't want any strain, I just want a lovely pull. Just really feel that lovely twist. You know, we've said before, wringing out a dishcloth, kind of that real sense of just a lovely, that kind of quite satisfying ring of a dishcloth there. So think of that for the spine as well. Good. Last time is our left side. So exhaling, twist. Is it even? Yeah, and then have a little look back towards the elbow, and then maybe coming back round to your start position. Superb. Well done. Take the feet wider and then arm slaps just before we come down onto our mat. Oh no, sorry, we've got a little balance first. Sorry, just looking at my list there. Good, inhale and exhale, and maybe just a little bend of the knees as we go as well. Let's go a nice little knee bend, get a little bit of energy going. Good, and we'll go 4, we'll go 3, lovely, 2, brilliant, and 1. Good, okay, just a little bit of balance. So come back to feet in hip width, maybe off your mat and onto the floor if you've got a harder surface. Let's stand on the left leg. Again, awareness of your thigh muscles. And then let's pick up the knee on our right. Yeah, so just nice, easy balance. Good one for you to practice at home. And then we're adding arm circles in as well. So inhaling creates some length, bend the elbows and draw the elbows slightly back before you bring the arms down. Inhaling the arms up, you've got it. And then exhale, draw. I'll just show you from the side. So the arms, you're not forcing them back, you're just letting them drift maybe to the side of the body. And we'll do that one more time each side. So inhale, where's the length? Good, and then exhale, maybe a little pull back of those elbows, but not trying to strain the body there. Good, pause, and then place the right foot down. We'll do the same on the other side, standing on the right, and then when you're ready, lift the left knee. Keep the length through the spine, that's the waist as well, so think of lengthening up through the waist. Good, and then when you're ready, we'll arm circle again. Inhale the arms up, start to bend the elbows, start to draw the elbows slightly back, pretty much in line with the body, and then coming down. So again, nothing forced. Inhaling up. Good, create that length, and exhale, draw the arms down. Lovely, good. One more time. You might be making that all a little bit soft, a little bit more gentle. So you can just open across the chest. Good, float the arms down. Stay. Not coming out of it, you're not allowed. And then bring the foot down, give the legs a little shake. Really well done. Okay, so now we've got rolling like a ball just as our first exercise here. So I want us to have you're at the front edge of your mat, and we're going to try crossing the legs. So I've got my right foot in front, but if you're left-handed, you're likely to have your left. So that then when I take my left leg behind, I can pop down onto my left shin and then bring myself slowly onto my bottom. Can we do that? Any version of that is great. Yeah, well done. Okay, so not everybody wants to do rolling like a ball. You have got the option of being on your back and doing just that nice little rock if you wanted on your back. So feel free to do that. Otherwise, we'll start with a lovely massage for the spine, hands on the shins. So again, if we're feeling a little bit, we've got any inner ear issues, or again, osteopenia, osteoporosis, scoliosis, any of those, we might want to miss out our rolling. Again, we're not doing enough for it to impact, too majorly on the body. Balance if we can, our feet on the ground to enjoy. Good, tuck up the chin. Yeah, and then just tipping yourself off balance. So starting to fire up our pelvic floor muscles to the shoulders, and then rolling just back to our balance there, or the feet on the floor. Yeah, show me that again. So you're going to try that again. So inhaling, and you might be doing something completely different. You might be just doing that little roll on the ground. Well done. I can see other people doing some other options there, which is wonderful. Don't forget to tuck the chin for me. So that little tuck of the chin would be brilliant. Yeah, lovely, good. And then the next one's going to be our last one. So rolling back, inhaling, and then exhaling as we come back to balance. Really well done. Good, and then pop the bottom back, bend the knees, lengthen up through the spine, nod your chin to chest, inhale, and then as you exhale into a spine, stretch forward. So just a reach forward towards the feet, just depending where you get to, maybe resting the body on the thighs, and then inhale and exhale our way back to our seated position. We're going to do that twice more, just moving steadily, freely. Some of us might already have straighter legs, and you can do that, but I'm absolutely happy for everybody to have a bent knee position. Good, and just moving forward and back just as feels comfortable. Now, so we're just on those sit bones, we're just enjoying that. We're just enjoying that. A nice reach forward, maybe you can stretch the arms a little bit further away. Get a stretch through the back, and then gradually come back up to our seated position. Well done. Okay, so then we'll leave the right leg where it is. So the right leg can just have a little knee bend. We'll do a tiny little lean back with the hands under the left thigh, and then bring the knee up a little bit. And then when you're ready, can you extend your left leg? So you just come into a little bit of a hamstring stretch on that left side. Well done. Good, we bend the knee and we put the foot back to the floor. Yeah, and then we'll do the same to the other side. So we've got the left leg where it is. We'll do a tiny little lean back. So you're kind of on the back of your sit bones. Bring the right leg up and then extend your right leg for me. So you get a nice stretch down the back of the right leg. That's it. Yeah, well done. Good. I can see puppies being extracted from Pilates exercises there. That's it. Okay, we'll do that again. So we lift the left leg. We extend the left leg. Yeah. Just get that pull down the back of the leg. Good, and then put the foot down. Good, and same to the other side. Yeah. Now, I'm going to offer you an extra little bit of exercise here if you wanted an add-on, but you don't have to. Yeah, we're going to do this once each side. So we've got the right leg down, we lift the left, we've got that little lean back, and then we take the left leg up and we hold behind the calf. And then from here, we do an extra little tuck under, and we just start to roll back, maybe a centimetre. Yeah, so holding onto the left leg, but just gone back a centimetre, and now creep the hands up, back up to the calf, bend the knee and put the foot down. Well done. Climb a tree. We're going to be adding this one in. So we lift the leg up on the right side. We're doing this only one time on the right. Hold behind the calf quite firmly. Good. And then just creep your way down the right leg. So the right leg is strong and steady. Just roll yourself back enough to start to feel the tummy muscles, and then creep your way back up to your start. Yeah. Put the foot down, now swing all the way around onto the knees. We're going to open those hips where we've noticed that little bit of pull there. So if you've got your blanket or towel or cushion, that can go under your left knee today to start with. And then our right leg comes forward, doesn't it? Our right foot forward, we're going to lengthen up. Right foot a little bit beyond the knee, but today we're going to work on lengthening rather than hinging forward. So we've got the foot planted. Yes, the knee comes slightly forward, but then really send some energy up through the crown of your head. If you can, tuck your left toes and lightly tighten your left thigh. Yeah, so tighten your left thigh and really have that sense of opening up into the left front of hip and thigh. So notice we haven't had to go too far forward to get that stretch. Yeah, good. Hands into the lower back, draw the shoulder blades together. And then the whole front of the body is opening, isn't it? Chest, front of shoulders, and into the hips. Good, last breath. Yeah, let me know how you feel on that one. And then come back to do the other side. So we'll run through that again. So we've got the cushion or the towel or whatever you've got for your right side, right toes tuck, left foot does come forward beyond the knee, and then we can allow the hips to come forward just a little bit. Tighten the thigh on the right side. So just tense it for me. Lengthen up as if the crown of the head is being drawn to the ceiling even more than we normally would. And with the back toes tucked, we can then just press the hip forward just that little bit. So rather than kind of just hanging into it, today we're just going to get that lovely sense of length. See if you can get that, and then drop me a message later just to let me know if you did get that stretch, did that work for you. So the lengthening up again, we'll just bring the hands into the lower back, draw the chest lightly together. That just gives us that sense of opening into the front of the thigh. Good, and then when we're ready, we'll release the hands, bring ourselves now just to 4-point kneeling. Yeah, thread of the needle, so just enjoy. You can do the same on your forearms, so please feel free to do that if it feels better. So knees hip width, maybe even a little bit wider. Hands under the shoulders. We're not on our hands for long, just 2 little exercises here. So when you're ready, right side starts to rotate, start to rotate your breastbone to the right, and then maybe lift the right elbow, and you might decide that's enough. Now, if you've got any issues with the shoulder, nestling the back of your right hand onto the back is quite a nice position to be in, or even just have the hand on the hip. Yeah. Otherwise, you can start to lift the arm as you rotate the body round to the right. Now, double check what's happening with the left. Palm is open, the fingers are spread, the elbow is slightly soft. Good, and then on your next exhale, come all the way through. I need a bit more lengthening through the spine, gang. I need our heads lifted. Yeah, and not rounding into the back, so lengthen all the way through to the opposite side, so the shoulder lowers down to the mat and maybe the side of your head. Maybe none of that, maybe you just got a little bit of the way, and that's a really enjoyable pull into that middle part of the back as well, isn't it? Inhale, and as we exhale, slowly come back all the way back to your start. Yeah, good. Again, reassess the length through the spine. If you can see yourself in your camera, you'll notice if you're rounding or maybe collapsing. So just firm everything up. And now we're going to the opposite side. I'm just going to watch. So we start to rotate to the left side. Your right hand stays down. If it's better for your shoulder, you can leave your hand in your lower back. Otherwise, you can bring your arm up with you. Yeah, that's it. Breastbone faces the left side. And again, what's happening with the right side? What's happening with the right side? So the right palm is open, the fingers are spread, the elbow maybe just slightly soft, and the shoulder a little bit away from the ear. And then when you're ready, we're coming through, aren't we? Slowly, slowly inhaling. And then on the exhale, the hand comes under the chest, the back of your left shoulder rests on the mat, and maybe the side of the head. Don't worry if you haven't got down there. Yeah. Now we haven't sat back into child pose. Our hips are still over our knees, aren't they? So that gives us that sense of length through the spine. Yeah, lovely. And then when you're ready, slowly, can you inhale and then slowly bring yourself back on the exhale. Really well done, gang. Come with me to cat. So we'll inhale into cat, and then we'll exhale to a lovely long lengthen back. Yeah, go again for me. So inhale to cat. I can see some of us are going cat to cow, so you're more than welcome to do that. Good, and we'll do one more of our cat stretch or cat to cow if you want it. So totally up to you and how your body's feeling. So rounding into cat and then lengthening all the way back into our long back. Now this is our last bit on our hands. Our right leg strides all the way to the back of the mat. You're pressing your heel away into a calf stretch, mild calf stretch, and then you're bringing your knee back to the start position. Do the same to the other side. So you can exhale, ball of the foot, again, head is lifted in line with the spine. Ball of the foot on the ground, press the heel away, and then come back. Slight addition. So now the left foot goes back, ball of the foot, push your heel away. Don't worry if you move back at a smidging, it's fine. You know, because we're going to just lean back a tiny bit, aren't we, as we push the heel back. And then keep the foot flexed and lift the leg up towards the ceiling with your leg long and lengthened. And then see if you can lift the leg a little bit higher without changing your back position. Yeah, that's it. So you get that openness into the front of the thigh again. Good. And then release the leg and bring it all the way back to the start. Have a little bit of a jiggle around. Give the wrists a little shake. This is our last bit on our hands, I promise. So when we're ready, we're taking the other leg back. So we're on the left ball of foot. We push that heel away. Yeah, there might be a smidging of movement back, but notice the calf stretch. Good. And then when you're ready, flex, keep the foot flexed and lift the leg. Now keep the leg straight. Now some of us are going to come just to hip height with the leg because that's better for our backs. But if we can we keep the back still and lift that leg a little bit higher? Yeah, and you'll feel hopefully a bit of opening through the front of the hip. Yeah, but the back isn't, you know, we're not collapsing, are we? You're doing well with those guys. Now the leg comes down. Good, and then again, we'll just have a little bit of kind of whatever movement feels good to release that. So a little bit of movement around through the back. Just have a little play with that. Good, and then we're straight onto our tummies. Yeah, well, I think you're enjoying that now. I think we're enjoying those organic movements, aren't we? So we come onto our forearms, and then we bring ourselves just to swan. So it's just our lovely swan. So fingertips level with the eyes, nose tickles the mat, legs are in parallel, so they're just hip width apart. Yeah, good, and then when you're ready, so just relax your shoulders. Notice where the hands are, the arms are, just for when you're doing your own practice. And then we're inhaling as we lift the chest and lengthen out through the crown of the head. And then just pause there for me. I'm just going to see, double check where everybody is. I am looking at you, so don't think I'm not. Yeah, I'm liking this. Yeah, lengthen the back of the neck. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, good, 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 good. So, you know, just remembering that you might need to just move your camera around if, you know, for me to be able to see you is kind of quite helpful there. And then coming down, relaxing. Okay, now, can we go straight into adding the legs? So the legs are in hip width, and we're going to think we're light at the front of the body, so we're not going to push the tummy down. So when we come up on the inhale, let's go left leg. The exhale lifts the left leg just a little bit off the ground, almost like we've just done with our swimming exercise. So the leg is long and lengthened, but the foot just softly pointed there. Yeah. Notice is pretty much your upper body and lower body sort of a similar height. So it's not that you've just gone down with the upper body to lift the leg. Just got a bit of similar height there. Notice what happens when you stretch out your right leg. So when your right leg stretches, notice how we feel quite safe in the body there, don't we? Quite secure. That's enough of that. So we're inhaling and then we're exhaling to come down. We'll do one more super slow with a pause at the top. Relax. A bit of movement around. And then when you're ready, come up. Notice the upper back. Notice the middle part of the back doing some work. Just double checking your neck feels comfortable. Yeah, so double check that for me. And then when you're ready, the exhale lifts the right leg so that the hip is balancing on the mat there. Hips are level. Yeah, and then double checking that your upper body is still high. You haven't collapsed down. And then put some energy through that left leg. See what happens when you put a little bit of energy. So there's our opposition, isn't it? It's kind of our little counterbalance. Inhaling. And then when you're ready, exhale our way down. Now the lower back shouldn't feel compromised in that. So if it did feel a little bit tight, then we can always make it a bit smaller, can't we? So we'll go again. So we're coming up on the inhale, lengthen the right leg, left leg lifts on the exhale. A little pressure through the hands and the forearms, inhale and exhale to come back down. So we're thinking about the whole back of the body, aren't we? Let's do that again. So coming up on the in. Good, lengthening out both legs, but noticing that nice bit of support from our left leg as we lengthen the right. Good, inhaling and exhaling. We've only got one more each side to do. Like I say, if it feels too much on the lower back, then make everything just a little bit smaller. You'll notice the difference. So the leg not lifting as high, the upper body not lifting as high. So not compromising the lower back with some, little adaptations there. Here comes our last one. So inhale, we're coming into swan, and then exhale, we're lengthening and lifting. Right leg lifts. Good, inhaling, again noticing the left leg supporting you. Space between the ears and the shoulders. Again, you're working with your body to notice how that's feeling. Well done, and then we come down to pause. We lift both heels. We can leave the arms where they are. Maybe the chin, maybe the nose, maybe just resting there, maybe turning the head to the side. Let the legs roll from side to side and maybe turn the head in the opposite direction as well. Just release the back. That's it. And then when you've done that, could you circle the right leg to the right, the left leg to the left? So you're making these little stirs into the knees and the hips. Good. And then we'll go the opposite way. Just lovely circling around. Now, if the back needs a break, you can now come into child pose. If you're okay, bring your right hand in front, bring your left heel up to the ceiling, get hold of a band or a sock on the back of the trousers or the top of the foot, and we come into our front of the thigh stretch. Yeah? So double check that both thighs are parallel, so you could even squeeze the thighs together and then just separate them naturally. Let the upper body relax completely. Check that your left shoulder is comfortable and you're not, overstraining or straining the shoulder there. And the heel comes to the bottom to find a stretch down the front of the thigh. Again, we're not going to do any more with that today, so we're not going to add any of those extras, but just feel quite a good stretch down the body of the front of your thigh. Good, a couple of extra breaths. Well done. And then slowly release. Yeah, don't worry if you've already come out of it. And then this time you're just on the balls of the feet and you're just going to roll the heels from side to side. So almost like a little bit of a massage of the front body to the mat. Good, and then we'll do the same to the other side. So now our left hand's in front for our forehead, our right heel comes up. We take hold of the back of the trousers, the sock. You might get the band around the foot or you get the top of the foot, bringing the heel in. Now we can draw the legs together
and then just separate the knees just that fraction. Good, we're lengthening down the front of the thigh and we're enjoying that good stretch. We just want to feel a good stretch. Resting the forehead, resting the upper body as much as we can, double checking the right shoulder now, the right shoulder, the wrist and the elbow, not compromising that to get some sort of better stretch. Kind of just being happy with that. Pull down the front of the leg. Inhale and exhale. Good, then we're ready. When we're ready, we'll release the foot, pop ourselves onto our side. That's it, and then maybe just kind of bring the knees into the chest there, so we kind of get a bit of release into the back. So if we just hug the knees in, and the back can round, just for a moment. So just kind of a lying knee hug, really. Good, so the lower back gets some kind of release from that lying position. Good, and then we're going to bring ourselves back just to a lengthened spine, ready for the oysters. So we've got the feet together, we've got the arm for support or your cushion, bent or straight, however feels good. Good, get yourself set up nicely there, don't be afraid to move around. And then the top knee comes up just lightly lifting on the inhale and closing on the exhale. So we can think about our back position. We know the hips are going to be stacked, don't we? We've got a sense of space between our lower waist, and the mat. So we've got a little sense of awareness of where our back is placed. So we've only got 2 more of these. So we're opening the knee on the in, lovely, and then closing on the out. Good, and here's our last one. Some of us are going to be doing a really small move, and some of us will make that a little bit bigger. Well done. Now we rest the legs down, lengthen out the top leg, and it's just our basic side leg lift. So we look down at the top of the foot. Again, we create some length through the spine. Again, we want to have sense that there's length in both ways, and the top leg's lifting. Inhale, can we add the flex as we exhale? Can we inhale? Again, you might be going a little bit less high than I am, or you might be going a little bit higher if the body's feeling happy with that. Good, lift and lower, and you've got 3 to go. 3, good, here's 2, so just 6 repetitions of each. And then here's 2, and I think the next one's our last one, so I'm hoping that was 6. So lengthen the leg, lift, again, just lightly, not overdoing anything, just enjoying that. And then 6 of our little bicycles, inhale and exhale. Good, can we start to take the leg a little bit further back? Knee comes up, leg circles around. You don't have to think about any flexing or pointing. Knee comes up towards the chest, leg lengthens, and maybe we can scoot it back just that fraction. 3 more to do. Inhale, good, and the exhale as we circle. Good, 2 more to go. Just smooth and steady, enjoyable. Good, and Did I go off then? Did I go off? Oh, I disappeared. It's my new trick. Yeah. So, and then I was on mute, so that wasn't very helpful, was it? So,
Carolyn?
Yeah.
You're still not there.
Oh, am I not there? Can you not see me?
No, let me have a look.
Oh, I'm here on my screen.
Yeah,
I can
you're
see
here
you.
on my screen.
Yeah,
You're
mine
here
too.
on mine.
Yeah, I've got you back now.
Oh, lovely. Okay, so you know that top leg we were focusing on then? That's the leg that we're going to stretch now with a seated twist. Hopefully that won't happen again. I'm not sure Let me just move my mouse in case it was my mouse doing something extraordinary. So the leg that we were just moving around for our bicycle, that's going to be the bent knee. Yeah, the other leg is straight, so you might not be doing the same as me. The cross over the leg that you were moving. Yeah, that brings us into our seated twist. Okay, let's see if we can come right up onto the sit bones. And some of us, that's going to be enough. That's going to be enough of a pull into that outer thigh. Your foot, yeah, of the leg that you're stretching here is planted to the mat. See if you can do that. Yeah, knee up towards the ceiling. Second stage then is to take hold of the leg and draw the leg in a little bit across the body. So then you're turning towards your bent knee position. Now create some length through the spine. So you're lengthening all the way up through the spine, and then your fingertips are just lightly behind you. Yeah, just to give you a little bit of support. And then the last part would be you looking over that same shoulder as leg that you've got hold of. So you look over that same shoulder. So I'm on my right, I've got my right leg crossed. I'm turning to the right, I've got my right fingertips behind. Good, we'll inhale and exhale. See if we can deepen that twist just a little bit. Well done, guys. And then gradually on the next inhale, start to unravel and then bring ourselves just to give the legs a little shake out. Now we're ready to do the other side. So we started just with our small oysters. Remember, we've only got 6 repetitions. So we're on the other side. I'll just wait for everybody to get into a comfy place. So double check the knees, the heels in line with the bottom arm stretches out. You maybe have got your cushion between the ear and the arm. That's it, long in the waist. And head is resting. Feet lift, ready to open the top knee on the inhale. Good, and then close on the exhale. That's it. And again, notice this side might feel a little bit trickier or tighter. So you might modify. You might make things just that little bit less tricky for you. Yeah, so we want to feel, yes, the outer thigh and the bottom. Maybe we want to feel that openness into the inner thigh and groin, but we don't want to feel any strain. Yeah, again, we've only got 2 to go, guys, doing really well. So inhaling, lift the knee, and then exhaling, close. Lovely, one last time, superb, lovely small oyster, opening with control, closing with control, and then lowering both legs down. Now our top leg lengthens and we can see the foot, and then we stack up those hips and shoulders, and then we notice that the waist is long, top and bottom. And it's our leg lift, so just our single leg lift, adding the flex if we can. And again, it's a controlled lift on the inhale and the exhale to lowering. Trying not to press the bottom waist into the mat, but equally not lifting the bottom waist away from the mat. So just that sense, that awareness of the control in your center. Good, inhale and exhale. Lovely, 2 more to go here. Good, smooth, light. Good, last time. Really well done. Good, and then from here, we'll just pause for a moment. We'll take that straight into the bicycle. Knee comes up, circle the leg around. Again, it might be smaller than I'm doing. Leg goes a little bit back and then back to our start. Good, and we'll do that again. So knee, circle, maybe the leg goes just that little bit behind. Again, opening up into the hip. 4 to go. Inhale and exhale. See if you can almost relax into it. So yes, there's some work going on, but we're not really overstretching or overdoing anything. We're just kind of letting the leg do that movement there. Lovely. Good, inhale and exhale. Good, then our next one is our last one. Knee comes up, we circle all the way around. Good, and then we bring our legs back just to pause. Really well done. Now, do you remember our seated exercise that we did a moment ago? So we're going to bring ourselves back up to sitting. Good, and again, you might find yourself on your cushion or blanket or block or whatever you've got there. And then it's the leg that was moving. We bend that knee, we take it across, yeah, and we bring the foot to the floor. That's it. Good, and then when you're ready, you might decide, well, that's enough. I'm going to sit here, I'm going to enjoy that stretch. Or the opposite arm draws the leg across the body. So you get a deeper stretch, drawing the knee up, drawing the leg in, and then crown the head up to the sky.
So you're right up onto those sit bones. And then if you wanted, fingertips behind you, and you're looking over the same shoulder as leg that you've got hold of. Now, try not to force your neck position. So just let the head turn if it wants to. If not, just look over to the same direction as the chest is heading there. Take a couple of breaths. Inhale and exhale. Really well done. Good, and then slowly unravel the leg for me. Give the legs that little shake out. Good, and then can we just stay in sitting for the spine twist? So right up onto the sit bones again. Let's do our kind of traditional spine twist with our legs in hip width, maybe the legs straight, but the main thing is for your spine to be lengthened up. Good, and then reach the arms out ahead of you, widen the arms, yeah, so that you can see your fingertips in your periphery. We're going to keep the pelvis still. You can do the same exercise on your knees if it feels nicer. So if you feel like you're just really cramped up into the hips, then do come up to kneeling. It's quite an enjoyable exercise from there. So inhaling length through the spine, and then exhaling to camera side. So rotating around, I can see you there, that's it. Good, and shoulders just soften. We can look back towards the backhand, bit of softness in the elbow and the wrist and the fingers. And then our next inhale brings us all the way back to our start position. Yeah, and then show me that again. So we can inhale to the center, relax the shoulders, and we can exhale to rotate round away from the camera. Yeah. Now, if we're in our kneeling position, we can have the knees in hip width. We can have the length through the spine. Yeah, lovely. Good. And then all the way back on the next inhale. Good. And I want to see that 4 more times. So I could see a little bit more. I need a bit more length up through the spine. So if we need to bend the knees, do. Make sure you're right up on your sit bones, guys. So really creating the length rather than doing a rounded position as we go. And breathing, just soft, steady breaths, and make sure you feel comfortable that you can breathe well without kind of straining to get in the best position. These are looking lovely. So the twist, like we did at the start, can we feel the waist and the middle back doing some work? That's what we want to feel. That sense of the dishcloth, wringing out the dishcloth. Not that I'm saying that that's our job in life, but just quite a nice visual of just that lovely twist through the spine. Maybe for car washing, or maybe a more male activity. And then bringing the arms down just to recover. Really well done. Now we're coming onto our back. So bring yourself to the edge of the mat, the front edge of the mat, and we're rolling down. You might grab your cushion. Yeah. Can we take the hands in the back of the thighs? Can we slowly start to come down? A scoop of the tailbone under, and then roll yourself slowly onto your back, onto your mat. That's it. Really well done. So then we've got our arms at the side of the body, nothing in the back of the head to start. And I just want us to go into our bridge. So feet in hip width. We're bringing the arms with the movement, and then we just change that slightly to the arm and body movement that we've done before. So today we're imprinting the back lightly, and at the same time, with the inhale, the arms start to lift. And then the exhale, the arms are lifting as we come up into bridge. And we might need an extra inhale and exhale to bring the arms overhead. Now, this is again that openness through the front of the body. Double check your neck feels comfortable. Could you move your head from side to side at the top of that exercise? Good, and then when you're ready, start to come down from the back of the throat, the upper back, and our arms are coming with us. So there's our exhale, and the arms start to come with us. And the exhale, notice the spine imprinting, then the spine long and lengthened as the arms come back to the side of the body and relax. Readjust your feet, and then I'd like to see one more of those. So we start to imprint the back on the inhale and lift the arms with us. Yeah, you've got it. Good, and then the exhale, we continue the spine lifting as we bring our arms up. We might need an extra in and out breath to bring our arms overhead. Now, at this point, could you double check for me in your mind, or maybe in your camera, that your heels are directly under your knees? So you want your heels directly underneath. That's it, thank you. That will feel better now. So as the arms start to lift on the inhale, we start to come down from the back of the throat, the upper back, and then as the exhale, the spine comes down one vertebrae at a time as the arms come back with us. Yes, that's it. All the way back down. Okay, so then slight change now, mind and body gang. So welcoming ourselves to Monday morning. Now arms are coming up, inhale and exhale the arms over the head. Now don't worry if the arms don't go all the way back, we can just come a little bit over the chest if you wanted. So as we come up now, the arms are going to come down. So again, get your feet planted firmly, feel that nice length through the spine. Good, and then when we're ready, imprint the back on the inhale, the arms start to rise up, lengthen the fingertips up to the ceiling, so that when you come all the way up on the exhale, the arms are by the side of your body. Again, just double check your neck feels comfortable. Inhale, start to lift the arms as the spine comes down on the exhale. The arms are going over the head as you lengthen your lower back to the mat and bring yourself back to your long lower back and the arms over your head. I know you want to bring the arms back, don't you? It's quite just distracting there. So we'll go with it for the brain and the body. Imprint the back, inhale, start to lift the arms. Keep the openness across the chest space between the ears and the shoulders. And the exhale, we're in our bridge and the arms are at the side of the body. Knees and feet in hip width. Yeah. Notice the big toe, the ball of the big toe. Inhale, start to raise the arms up. Exhale, across that middle part of the back, imprinting the spine and the arms away over your head. Yeah, lovely, good. We're going to do that one more time to come back up and back down. So we go again, imprint the back on the inhale, start to move the arms. Can we coordinate that movement now? Can we get the coordination, the mind and the body working well with the breath? Good. Inhale, start to raise the arms up. Exhale, the spine's coming all the way down out of our bridge and our arms have gone all the way over the head. Good, and then pause. Just depending where your arms are, you might decide you've had enough and want to bring the arms back, or notice the length through the spine, but notice now the backs of the ribs and the backs of the shoulders on the mat. Yeah, good, and then leave the spine where it is, bring the arms all the way up and back to the start, and back to your start position. Good, well done. Okay, so now there's that little bit of space between the lower back and the mat. Could we raise the right knee over the hip and then extend the right leg a little bit up towards the ceiling? Can we stretch the left leg out a little bit across the mat or all the way across the mat, just depending on how our backs and hips and body feel there. 3 circles. Inhale the right leg to the left. Exhale, it's a smooth, slow circle all the way around and back up to the ceiling. Good, lengthen up through the thigh, but keep the pelvis still. Inhale as we bring the leg in to meet the left. Exhale the leg away to the right and back up quietly, super quietly with the hips and the back. Yeah, wonderful. All the way back up to our start. Leg is lengthened, inhale, and then exhale away from the body. So it's just 3 one-leg circles, smooth and steady. The latte, long spoon into that lovely latte glass. Think of the thigh heading into that hip area. Because it's just a lovely circular movement, smooth and fluid. Good, the leg is all the way back up to the ceiling. Give it a little bit of length. And then bend the knee and place the foot to the floor. Bring the left foot to join the right and take a pause. Good, and then same to the other side. So now our left knee lifts, left leg extends a little bit or a lot, depending on how you're feeling. Could you check for me that you haven't pushed your back down and lifted your tailbone? Yeah, so your tailbone's down, the back is long. Well done. And then leaving the right leg where it is, or creeping it a little bit away, or stretching it out towards the end of the mat. 3 circles, arms at the side of the body, shoulders are still. Inhaling, left leg to the right. Exhaling, circle, smooth. So that lovely stir of the latte spoon through the lovely warm liquid and that nice little bit of foam that you might get. So think of that nice and easy and flowing. Inhaling, maybe even relaxing and letting the leg just do that movement rather than kind of forcing anything. Inhale, and then we're going to the left on the exhale for 3, away from the body, and then all the way around and back up. Notice the hips are still, the back of the shoulders, the back of the ribs on the mat, and everything flowing. Last time, exhaling the leg away from the body, calming the ribs, calming the breath, lengthening the back of the neck, and all the way back around to meet that long leg. Lengthen, and then pop the knee down, bend the knee, and pop the foot back to our start position. Good, bring the legs together, the arms a little bit wider. Exhale, both legs over to the left and turn your head to the right, noticing you're just on the outside edge of your outside foot. Take your right hand, take your left hand and place it on your right thigh, and then see if you can turn a little bit further over to our right side. So a lovely deep twist into the hips and the waist. We might be making that smaller, so we don't even need to use the hand on the thigh if we don't want. Good, so you've got your left hand onto your right outside edge of thigh, and you've turned your head to the right. Inhale deeply, and exhale. Good, gradually, maybe even using the hands on the left side of the legs now, on the left leg, bring the legs back to your start. Let's do the same to the other side, legs together. Exhale, legs over to the right. Good, just go as far as feels comfortable. You're on the outside edge of your right foot. And then when you're ready, use your right hand on the outside edge of your left thigh to draw your legs over. That's it. Good, and so you're turning to the left. Your shoulders are still on the mat. Your right shoulder down, you haven't lifted the right shoulder, and you're drawing your legs a little bit over towards that right side, and then the breath, a little bit deeper breath. Inhale and exhale. Good, and then gradually inhale, come back to the center. Head comes back to the center and the feet come flat to the floor. Well done. Now we're going to leave the arms wide into a little bit of a T, so a little bit wider than they normally would be. And then we bring ourselves up to tabletop. The right knee lifts. Notice there's a little bit of space between your lower back and the mat. The pelvis is level. Without changing the position of your back, using your tummy muscles, could you bring the left knee up to join the right? Good, and again with the arms a little bit wider, just our little toe taps. We're going to go right heel or foot or toes to the ground, whichever kind of gets there first, and then inhale super slow. Now, so tapping the left foot now away from the body. Good, and then back to our start, lovely. Now, some of us might be doing just a single knee fold. So you've got both feet on the ground, you lift the right knee, you put the right foot down, you lift the left knee. Absolutely perfect exercise to be practicing our deep abdominal and pelvic floor exercises here. So absolutely fine to do whichever. And at the moment, all we're thinking about is keeping our back still. So we're not overusing any pulling in of the tummy or pulling up through the pelvic floor. Yeah, that's just likely to be happening as we keep our back and pelvis really still. Now we've got the option now, if we wanted, to take the leg further towards the front edge of your mat. So exhale the leg away and then inhale for it to return. Good, so the leg goes longer. It's not straightening, but it's just going a little bit further away. Good, now I'd like us just to hover the arms off the ground. So the arms hover off the ground, the upper body relaxed. Just lightly bring the arms up. So now just got a little hover. Good, we're exhaling as the foot goes down, inhaling to return. The leg lengthens, but there's still a nice little knee bend. Tummy's working, the back stays still, and we've got one more each side. So reaching the leg away and then returning it. We're nearly there. Here's our last one. Good, leg reaches away and then we return. Well done. Imprint the back, scoot the knees in towards your chest and then pop the feet to the floor. Straight into the starfish. Now the arms are at the side of the body, right arm, left leg. A flex of the foot on that left side, lengthening through the fingertips and the heel, and then drawing the arm and leg back to our start. We go same to the other side. So reach the heel away from you, lengthen the arm, take that lovely stretch. Good, and then gradually come back. We'll do that one more time each side. So reaching right arm all the way up, right arm over the head, left leg stretches away. We're nearly there. Good, and then here comes our last time. Good, body still, shoulders still, head in the center, long lengthened spine. Beautifully done, gang. Good, come all the way back now just to our start position. Bring the legs over to one side. Bring ourselves round to 4-point kneeling. We've got a couple of last stretches to do. Now with the hands under the shoulders and the knees under the hips, take your time. Walk your hands back towards your feet and then bring yourself, maybe even just to right up onto the balls of the feet and give those feet a little bit of a stretch. Good, then join me to pop the heels down, unravel ourselves to come up to standing. So inhaling and exhaling our way to stand. Well done. Now towards one end of your mat, take a long stride back into a calf stretch. Look at both feet facing forward, so your toes facing directly forward. Well done. Chest is lifted, front knee over the ankle, and we should have a really good calf stretch, so just enjoy that. Good, we'll reach the arms all the way up to the ceiling to add that opening up through the front of the body as well. So we might feel the front of the right thigh, back a little bit where we were in our quad stretch in front of the thigh stretch. Good, and then as you release, we step the back foot in, so the right foot comes in just a little bit, and then the left leg extends out in front of you to put our hands on our right front of thigh and to lean forward until we feel quite a good stretch into the hamstrings. So, you know, if we're out gardening, if we're at the desk, you know, if we're anywhere for a period of time, you know, coming into these gentle stretches, gentle movements can be quite good and quite releasing for the body. So we can pick the toes up and pop the toes down. We can pick the toes up and pop the toes down. Yeah, well done. Lovely back positions going. So right knee is bent, so you're kind of just in almost like in a little squat position with that right leg. Now bend the knees, come all the way up to standing. Good, and then we'll stride back now with our left leg. So left leg takes that long stride back. Good, again check, and the feet facing forward. The chest is lifted, our gaze is ahead. Good, and then when we're ready, we can bring the arms up. Front knee over the ankle, bring the arms up, soften the shoulders, send the crown to the sky. Good, and the back heel on the ground. That's it, back leg should be straight. And make sure your back heel is on the ground. Good, wonderfully done, gang. Open up through the whole front of the body. Notice with the arms up and a little bit back, notice all that work for the chest and the shoulders. Nice stretch, and then we'll release the arms. The back foot steps in a little bit, so kind of level with your heel on the right foot there, and then hands on your bent knee as you bend your left knee, so that now your right leg is straight and your left knee is bent. Yeah, that's it. And then we pick up the toes on the right and pop the toes down. Pick up the toes and pop the toes down. Just double check you're not rounding your back. So we're not rounding, we want to send the breastbone forward and the crown to the sky. Good. And then we'll bend the knees, come all the way back to our start, separate the feet. Good, and then we'll go just into our arm slaps to finish. Again, just with that little bend of the knee as we do that. Just, you know, there's nothing technical about that, just a little dip of the knees. And inhale and exhale. And we're ready for Monday, aren't we? We're ready for whatever's going to be thrown at us today. Good, keep the spine long, keep it lifted. 4, and we go 3, we've got 2, and we've got 1, and we relax. Very well done. Yeah, sorry about the blip in the middle there. Luckily it was in a